Feels good to be back. Good to see everybody again.
You would think that first day back, I might actually be on time. Nope.
These corners are opened up here and then over here.
You know it's time to go back to school when you're really stepping your lunch game up. Okay, I'm on the way to the gym. We're approximately 6 days until school starts back. Don't worry, I am looking at the road. I'm not looking at the camera. Which means these next 6 days-ish are gonna be filled with preparation. I'm gonna have to shave again. As you can see, I haven't really shaved a whole lot this summer, which means I'm gonna have to wear something besides tank tops, and I need to get a haircut. I'm getting my class ready. Not physically, I'm not gonna actually go to my classroom until August 1st. That's when we have to report back. But my lessons, the ideas I've had over the summer, I want to start putting that back together. I've got to get a few things from my classroom as well. I'll probably do that on Sunday when I get out from church. But this vlog is going to be just a prep week. I also have a kind of big announcement, but I don't feel like it would be totally appropriate to share quite yet. All right, let me show y'all our summer project. Boom! YouTube, y'all. And my dad, James Talton.
Okay, so now I'm at my home office working on some things that I have put together in my phone throughout the summer. Always keep a notes list. I'll have these aha moments, these ideas for lessons or things I need to do my classes differently or whatever, and I'll always put them together the week before school starts. So some things I'm working on. I'm doing some early lesson planning, going through my lecture notes. As you can see here, I'm trying to make the lecture notes for my students a little more student friendly. I've widened the margins here, and I'm actually going to give them some of these notes so they can keep up with me. Everybody has the same thing, and of course these margins will allow them to write their own notes. I've never done this before. I hope it works. I think I'm gonna get back on social media today. Me and Rachel have fasted for the last couple of months on social media, in case some of y'all wonder why I've not been on. I don't get on a whole lot anyways, but I do need to get back onto Instagram, Facebook, so I can start posting things about my class, our trip to Rome and Paris, our morning devotions, whatnot. But as I'm working on my class now, I'm thinking about making some changes for next year. Probably one of the more radical changes that I'm implementing is limiting the amount of Chromebook usage within the class lecture time. Obviously, they can use them at other times in the class. I've noticed the last year and a half, the quality of our discussions in class have suffered because of the Chromebooks. They're just so distracting. I'm guilty of it. Technology is certainly a gift, but it's a curse as well. So I'm just gonna limit it during that time, allow them to use it in other times. The last thing I would need to do today is to go through my government lesson, Unit 1 mainly, and restructure that lesson on government systems. I want to include more discussions about rights and laws rather than just the government systems themselves. Yeah, pretty industrious day.
Wife just got home.
Hello.
Tell me what you're doing.
Feeding Leah.
I'm more of a dog person. She's more of a cat person. It's her Mimi's birthday. We're about to go over there. Let me show you the food situation.
Here, I'm right behind you. Thanks.
Vegetable soup.
It should be
Got vegetables from the garden in there.
awesome.
Hey, good morning. It's the next day. You would think that first day back, I might actually be on time. Nope. Still struggle with getting out of the door. But The good news is some of the local churches, God bless them, are feeding us breakfast this morning. At least I'm coming into some grub. After that, it's just going to be a work day in the classroom, cleaning, organizing.
Shout out to the churches that fed us breakfast this morning. It was delish, thank you. Y'all always take care of us. Good to see my colleagues. Introduce myself to some of the new teachers we have this year. And I think I've made my way all around, but I feel like there's one more person I haven't introduced myself to. But a lot of good energy in here. Really excited. More to come. Talking to the wife and the cat.
We're not doing anything today. We're just chilling.
Must be the life. Okay, so like I said, today's gonna be a work day, mostly work day. Feels good to be back. Good to see everybody again. But I've got some plans. I think I'm gonna get rid of my desk this year. I don't never sit at it that much anyways, so I think I'm gonna do that. But I've done a few other things to simplify the seating arrangement. Let me show you. Okay, first major change is I got rid of my desk. Used to be sitting here, it's gone. Didn't sit at it much, taking up too much room, got rid of it. Feels great. Right here, I just have my cart. I also have my printer here. This shelf was here last year. Luckily, the cord does reach to my Mac in case I need to print anything. But I don't like having this boxed off teacher area. I want this to be a fluid, open space. What else? Oh yeah, so I got rid of some desks. Right now, and I'm sure it will change, my max class size is about 22. And as you can see, I got rid of some desks from last year. Ideally, I would like to have just this outer U here, not have this front row. Another important detail that I didn't really think about until I got rid of some of these desks, these corners are opened up here and then over here. And this was such a cramped area, kind of. And I also left a little room here I can walk in between. This is important for students to feel comfortable, but also have enough room, not being stacked on top of one another. For the most part, this setup has been beneficial in the past. It facilitates, encourages discussion in class. Students sit in the crossfire of each other's comments. Plus, they are not tempted to necessarily sleep because they are facing me, the board up here. I'm able to weave in and out of this pit area here. And they also have access to each other. So if I were to say, okay, talk to your neighbor, and then we'll come back in 3 minutes. We don't have to rearrange the room for that. And it's just a great, functional, versatile setup. Works for me and my style. So experiment with your classroom space, rethink space and geography, even if it's to move outside your classroom, which leads me to my next point. Out here, I haven't got these boards done yet. I have some ideas. I think I know what I want to do with this one. I want to fill it with central questions, controversial questions we discuss in my classes. Students walk by, we'll give them a sense of the things that we talk about in here. It's just a good way of letting the content bleed into the hallway. I love that. Can't forget the coffee station for devotion mornings, and sometimes I fix it for my AP class when I kind of feel sorry for them. I'm just kidding, they've earned it. On another note, our floors look amazing. Shout out to our custodial staff. They're not gonna stay this way, I know. I was pleased to see that my speakers were left up because I'm always afraid for some reason that like they violate code and somebody's gonna come in and take them down, but they don't. I put these up last summer, hid the wires, everything, and it's connected to a Bluetooth It's not focused. Whatever. A Bluetooth speaker hooks directly up to my Mac and my phone seamlessly. Anytime we watch a documentary, a clip, or whatnot, listen to music, the entire room is filled with sound. It's so great. So I want to encourage you teachers to experiment with your classroom space, rethink classroom geography, and try to find that balance between functional and student advocacy. You need a functional classroom, but at the same time, it should be comfortable for them. Something to think about. At the gym now. After work, I forgot my shoes and my shorts. No excuses.
Woo! Now food.
Just got home and guess who I found? Y'all gotta see this video I took of him the other day. And I'm not even a cat person. I'm fixing food right now. Oh, let me show you this. What? Rachel gives me a hard time about Hamburger Helper, but I grew up on this stuff, and it's a really, really good post-workout meal. Where's the big spoon at? I mean... And to clarify, I give her crap all the time about things she eats too. So it's fair. Hey, good morning. It's the next day. We have Institute this morning. It's where the entire county, all the county schools meet together. Usually have a guest speaker. It's just kind of the pre-year orientation that we have every year. I love Institute. Some people hate it. I love Institute. I love when everybody comes together. Before we go in, I'm just doing some email work, sending a few emails. When Institute is over, I'm going to have a meeting with a colleague from another school. It's his first time teaching government and econ, and I told him I would help him out with some notes, with a course of study, tips on how to actually teach this subject. Got a packed day ahead. Looking forward to it. Okay, the Institute's over with. Thought it was great. Very positive. I thought it really was. And got everybody fired up. So good Institute. I'm gonna eat some lunch now. If I just had my papers run off, that'd be great.
Okay.
Just finished the bulletin board outside. It says, what is the point to good writing? To set the world on fire. Yes! I'm in Publix right now. And mainly getting lunch food. You know it's time to go back to school when you're really stepping your lunch game up. So my sister always gives me a hard time because I don't get the real maple syrup. I get Aunt Jemima. But look, I didn't grow up in New England. I'm not that emotionally invested in syrup to pay $10 a bottle for it. I like Aunt Jemima. That's it, man.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, sir. Appreciate it. They are so nice in there. They make you feel like you're their favorite cousin.